Good morning, Europe. Um, so running the market crash, I think we're seeing an obscene amount of panic selling right now. That's one thing. I ran some numbers. I did some intuition work right here. And I came to the conclusion that, by the way, sorry for how I look. I haven't showered in a while. I came to the conclusion that there is an obscene amount of overselling currently happening in the market. If you look at the actual, okay, so well, you have to first understand to kind of properly evaluate the situation post update. You have to first understand how does the CS market operate, right? What are the agents involved? How does this complex adaptive system, because that's what it is, how does it actually operate, right? And a good comparison, first of all, where you should start is look at the actual, like, for instance, the US, the mega cap US equity market, right? Those big assets, public asset classes, American stocks of big companies, they are all followed and practically controlled with price action by huge institutions, algorithms, quant traders, and they're all incredibly price sensitive to new information, right? And they're incredibly good at pricing in accurately the new information presented to them, right? Let's say there is an earnings report. So basically, a company that stock is representing is coming out with earnings, and it says, hey, we're actually going to lose money in the next 2 quarters. The price will obviously fall, and it will fall adequately to the actual difference in future cash flows for those 2 quarters that have been announced, right? But obviously, there's also in the U.S. stock market, there's not only those institutions, which is, by the way, called smart money in slang. There's also dumb money, which is retail investors, right? Retail investors don't actually do the underlying quantitative analysis to understand how an event will impact the value of the underlying asset. They kind of just they kind of just go intuition based, right? Even if they do analysis, it's usually not, there's a smarter word here, adequate to the situation, and they don't usually do it accurately anyway. But in the CS market, the vast majority, if not all, of stakeholders or shareholders of the whole, like US of the whole CS market are individual, low IQ investors, fucking retards, kids, right? And the update happens. They go on Twitter, they go on Twitch, and they see their favorite streamers screaming, "Hey, it's obviously falling down now, but in 7 days, when the liquidity wave drops, when all of these skins get trade unlocked, they will fucking fall down even further." And so they hear that, right? They hear that, and then they go on Twitter and they see all these videos of people unboxing or trading up to fucking gamma Dopplers, face fucking emeralds or butterfly emeralds, all that stuff, right? And they're like, okay, my lizard brain is saying sell. I gotta panic, right? And they fucking go and they liquidate all their items. So, what am I getting at? You have to approach this the same way an actual fucking investor would. If you're serious about this shit, you have to go, okay, what has fundamentally changed about this incredibly flawed, disgusting market that we have here, right? What has changed? The price, the mint price of a knife, and what I mean by that is how much money you have to spend to create a knife, has went down from effectively, on average, how many cases you have to unbox, plus the cost of the keys to open a knife, to 5 of the cheapest golds in any given collection. That's the new mint price of a knife. Of course, there's nuance to that because there's multiple fucking collections. The trade-ups, they have there's a lot of variance to, there's a lot of nuance as far as what items you use from what collection. But what the fuck is my point? My fucking point is you can actually quantify the new prices of knives, or what in a perfectly efficient market what the new price should be for these knives. And they're not fucking anywhere close to how low they are now. They're nowhere fucking close. So when I hear all these fucking Twitch streamers or YouTubers going, oh, they're gonna fall even further after the 7-day trade lock, sell now. Well, they're fucking retarded. Clearly, they're fucking retarded. Obviously, there's, again, if you're dealing with a super inefficient, irrational market like the CS market, there's going to be some crazy moves that are incredibly disconnected from, what the intrinsic value of a given item is. But what I think, as an inebriated retard, is don't fucking sell. First of all, don't fucking sell. There's not a lot more of downside. We've already seen a 50-60%, sometimes even more, downturn in prices of these high tier items. So that's fucked. Don't sell them anymore. If you haven't sold them now, don't sell them anymore. Just wait a bit. Second of all, if you have reds, don't fucking sell them either. You need the reds to offset or to lower your downside, the downside risk if golds fall even further, which they could. Short term, they could, right? But yeah, if you sell reds now, lock in the profit. If you assuming you have some reds that went up in price for fucking 200-fold, you're now, and you still have a knife or gloves. Now you're exposed fully to just now you're essentially having a bullish position on knives and gloves. What I need you to do, if you have an actual, this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking to players with, play skills. I need you to don't fucking sell your knife or gloves. Don't sell the reds, because that's the downside protection. If the golds go down further, well, reds still will remain high, right? Hold on, will they? I mean, okay, so if golds go down further, that would mean that now the median or the average return of a contract would be lower, right, with the reds. So then reds will actually follow suit, and will also fall with the golds, right? Because there will be less money in making the trade up, so there's going to be less upside, and so the expected value of a trade up will be lower. So actually, we're entirely fucked, right? We're entirely fucked. If reds go down, so will the knives. If reds go up, in theory, so should the knives, from what we're seeing right now, right? Because again, reds right now, 5 reds will run you about $125. So now the new price of a single unboxing of a single gold, like roll of a gold, right, roll of the dice, it's about $125. Before it was 1,000-ish because of the price of fucking shit, price of cases. So then, my question is, okay, so if the golds do increase in price so significantly, and it's so expensive to get 5 golds from these desired collections that have desired knives, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Oh, I drank this whole thing. Right. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, people. It's over.